Good evening everybody and welcome back to another episode of RuneNews. My name is Ryan and this week we'll be discussing the new wilderness changes, including the Demi-Boss inside the Rev Caves and the Slayer changes, as well as a few things about Leagues 3, the Grand Exchange update, so you guys know where to put your money to make at least a decent investment or to get the best bang for your buck. There's a brief 5 to 10 second segment about RuneScape 3 which you will all enjoy, I can promise you that. And just overall making the update more interesting because fuck reading it off the website. So without further ado, we're going to get into the update, standing in front of a green screen talking about RuneScape, just like your favorite content creator Jimmy, except of course he stole this format from me, but I'm not going to complain because he makes good content. Starting off this week with a grand slam of the Revenant male dick ass. Now this is the new Revenant Demi-Boss here that you can see. It's a big fucking boy, big male, big dick, big ass. I'm not sure why they called it that exactly, but it's a juicy fucking boy here. So it basically works like a superior creature where if you're killing revs, eventually one will spawn. Anyone can spawn one at any time. The higher level rev you kill, the more likely you are to spawn this bad boy. Now, if one hasn't spawned over a certain period of time, it becomes more likely to spawn as well, if that makes sense. That way there's always one rotating on every world, but it's still meant to be reasonably random. If it just spawned, it's less likely to spawn. So this bad boy is actually really exciting to see. I'm excited to check it out. I might do a guide on it eventually when I can be fucked and if I ever find one. However, in terms of loot, it shares the drop table with the Revenant Dragon, I believe, but it rolls it 3 times. One roll is on one of the smallest tier emblems, so you're guaranteed like an emblem or a figure or whatever they're called. I'm not too sure. I don't rev very often, so I can't give you the exact details. However, the other 2 rolls are rolled off of the Revenant Dragon drop table, which is actually quite a fucking juicy boy. And on top of that, the person who does the most damage, I believe, or at least the person who does the most damage is most likely to get a new buff. Now this buff is called the 4-10-3 Surge, I believe it's called, which gives you a 15% damage and accuracy buff towards revenants within the Rev Cave. However, you must be skulled and you must be wearing an amulet of avarice. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of that item. Basically, you wear it, I'm pretty sure it just fucking skulls you. Being skulled gives you better loot. This is a key turning point for the wilderness and a start to a great number of things. One, it's hopefully going to bring back PvP, or at least some sort of element of PKing. Not to the extent that everyone wants, but hopefully it revives enough PKing in the wilderness to the point that people like Did a Bitter will just stop whining like a little bitch every time something goes wrong for him in this game. And yeah, it would just be nice if he just shut the fuck up for one day. But on the plus side as well, it does bring a lot more risk and reward to the Rev Caves. It's already a great place to basically go farm shit and get a good amount of money. Now there's bigger incentives to go there, and obviously if you get a big drop, you're going to get a big fucking boy. So yeah, as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing wrong with this update. Hopefully it doesn't get hit by the black fucking market. But back to this surge and the way this buff works, basically it lasts 30 fucking minutes. If you get PK'd by someone who also has the Amulet of Avarice, they will then take the buff from you. The timer won't change, so if you had 23 minutes left, now you've got 23 minutes when you kill them. If you hop world, you automatically lose 1 minute on that the buff, so you can't reset it, you can't manipulate it. And if you're trying to get away from people, you're also going to lose time on the buff. And you have to keep the amulet on. If you take the amulet off, you lose the buff. So keep that in mind. If you do go to the Rev Caves and you start swinging for the fucking hills, good luck on getting it, because there's going to be some big money involved by killing the boss and also by, excuse me, cancer, and also by killing people trying to kill the boss and the revs. So stay safe out there in the wilderness and best of luck. Next up, there is a wilderness cave change. Now this also comes with the wilderness task being added. So now wilderness slave is even better, and honestly, so much more fucking tempting to do on the group Iron Man as well. This is obviously giving me less reasons to use Duradel, which is bananas because he's a fucking good Slayer Master. But they've added, I think you can see it right here, you got jellies here, right there, jellies and dust devils here, added to the wilderness cave, as well as on the other side, where have we got here? We got abyssal demons up the top here, and we got, you got Necreol somewhere up in this bitch. Where the fuck are they? I can't see. Oh, greater Necreol, right there, those boys there. They're all added, and they're also added as Slayer tasks. Now, you don't need a Slayer task to kill them in here. However, you'd be fucking stupid to do it otherwise. If you get a Slayer task from, I can't remember her name, the witch in fucking Edgeville, you want to hope you get one of these bad boys, because that's just fucking, that's a huge buff to Slayer. You already get a shit ton of fucking points from Wilderness Slayer. Just even more incentive. It's likely that it'll even drop things even fucking faster, to be honest. I don't know. Laren's keys are always good. They're better than Brimstone keys. I don't care what you say. Which this also, again, brings more people, bringing, I guess you could say, risk or PK potential into the wilderness, which means you're going to have more people trying to hunt you. Again, another win for PvP, or at least for PKing. I know it's annoying being PK'd, but don't step into the wilderness if you haven't got the balls to take a fucking hit. Now for the Shattered Relics League, or Leagues 3 if you will, they've released an updated version of this week, or at least for this month, of where you will be sitting. Sorry, depending on your points. At the moment, if you're above 21,220 points, you will be getting a Dragon Trophy at the end of the league. However, these numbers will always change, and they will always go up as the league progresses towards the end. So if you're at Rune now and you stop playing, you're likely going to drop down to Adamant. I just dropped down to Adamant myself. I stopped playing. The league's great, don't get me wrong. I don't have a problem with the league. I just stopped playing for my own personal reasons. But this is a good rating, or a good idea of where you're roughly sitting depending on your points. So use this guide just to kind of figure out gauge where you are. The ranks are going to change a lot slower towards the end of the league, but yeah. Good luck, everyone. Hopefully you get Dragon. That'd be good. They also made a decent amount of changes here to leagues. I'm not going to go through the list or read them out because, well, to be honest, I don't fucking care. But if you do, honestly, there's a list here. Go to the website and check it out, or just pause the video now for a second and read away. But they don't seem too fucking important, so yeah, they made changes. Get over it. Jagex also made some changes in the main game, as they do every update, every week. Once again, I'm not going to go through them because, honestly, I just don't fucking care. That is it this week for the Old School RuneScape update. We're now going to move on to the Grand Exchange part of this episode. Normally, I wouldn't do Grand Exchange after Old School RuneScape, but I think it's more engaging than RuneScape 3 content, so that way you guys can get a good taste of where you should be putting your money. So without further ado, Jew being the key word here, ladies and gentlemen, Wade Green. What's up, guys? My name is Wade Green, and welcome back to the Grand Exchange segment for RuneNews this week. For the biggest rise that we have, or at least one of the biggest rising items, is the Amulet of Avarice. Of course, what would you expect any less? With the new Demi-Boss update, this is one of the things that's going to shoot through the fucking roof. How could you, like, keen eyes or people that come to my streams would have been switched on for this, as well as the Vigorous Chain Mace, Crossbow, and that fucking staff no one uses. They all shot up in value, so if you listened to my words and didn't worry about the next hype and you worried about the rev caves, you're a smart fucking boy. However, this item's probably going to dip rather quickly. I'd imagine next week we'll probably see it on one of the biggest lows, but it's also something to keep in mind here, that in about 3 or 4 months' time, there's going to be a Wilderness Boss rework, where this won't matter, but the chain mace, crossbow, and the fucking staff that no one uses is going to be quite useful for those new wildy bosses when they're reworked, and you're going to want to jump on those. So if you want to be a cringe cunt and flip, buy those items now, like literally now, or at least in 2 weeks' time when the hype for this Demi-Boss dies down, and then invest. Hold them for 3 or 4 months, you'll make fucking bank. And I can tell you it's working because people have been doing it for the past 6 months. I've been doing it as well. However, I'm holding it so I don't have to pay 40 mil for a crossbow in 6 months' time. This item looks great. The Amulet of Avarice looks good. But we're going to move on to one of the biggest lost items of the week. Quite simply put, biggest loss of the week, Bronze Bolts. Reason it's here, you guessed it, it's shit. One of the most traded items as well this week is, of course, the Revenant Ether back on the fucking menu of why we're trading this item, because of the Demi-Boss. And again, you're going to want to hold on to this shit because it's going to skyrocket again around May, June time when the Wilderness Boss rework comes. I put money on it, mate. If I'm wrong about this, unsubscribe to the channel. But until then, make sure you drop a sub and hit the fucking like button on this video because you know you're enjoying this fucking content. You know that I'm a big fucking boy. You don't want to find me cutting the power to your house and crawling up your fucking staircase in the middle of the night with night vision goggles I bought from the back of Soldier of Fortune magazines, ready to fuck you in the ass because I found out you're talking shit. Because I found out that you're not liking and subscribing to this fucking channel right here. Because you're too busy watching what, Link's Ocarina? You're too busy watching Link and Ra hop between Twitch and YouTube because they're trying to scam people for money? Fuck that shit, come on. Mole Slippers this week are actually holding value. In fact, they were down. Remember when they were down last time we were here? Look at that shit. RuneNews came back, and what do you know? RuneNews fixes the market every time. Never have we failed to correct the economy here at RuneNews. We've been doing this for how many years now? We were on a 6 to 8 month break. We came back, and we're already fucking fixing shit. What do you got to complain about here? Fuck, I look huge, eh? Not like fucking ripped huge. I look thick. This is fucked up. I need to get on a bike. Fuck me. Fucking hell. However, the main reason we're all here today, which of course is not just for me here, Wade Green, how you doing, is because we're here to find out how much the RuneScape girlfriend is worth. It's time to find out if it was worth waiting a week and then buying them last week, like I fucking told you to. Well, fuck me, I'm good at my job. This is where we were last time we did RuneNews, right here. I said wait. I said give it a week, all right? I said wait a week. Look at that. Wait a week. And then straight up, they're back up again. Then they're back on the rise. If you didn't invest down here, you're fucked, sunshine. But that's okay. This is a good time to invest because they're going to keep rising. However, just because you didn't invest in girlfriends down here doesn't mean you can't invest here because they're still cheaper than a full set of adamant. And where you should never trust your girlfriend with your adamant doesn't mean you can't invest in girlfriends today. It's a juicy price of 8,438 GP to have a RuneScape girlfriend delivered straight to your Grand Exchange box or any bank across Killenor that has a right-click collect option. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Wade Green, and this has been the Grand Exchange update for the first week of February on RuneNews 2022. It's been a pleasure, and I'll see you next time. For this week's RuneScape 3 update, I tried playing it once, but I am too addicted to Group Iron Man, so I'm going to keep it short and sweet. RuneScape 3, ladies and gentlemen, is fucking dog shit. This week's first Iron Man moment comes from the account Hera Beavers, who is not actually an Iron Man. However, he did get the Nightmare pet at 434 KC at Fasani's Nightmare. Everything about this picture looks amazing, except for one key important thing, is he's wearing prims instead of mole sleepers because he's a fucking spastic and he thinks that they make a difference. Nice boots, you're a piece of shit. Next on the list, we have Rebel Montana hitting 99 farming. Good job, mate. I don't really have much to say about it. It's a dog shit skill, but I think you don't have the pet, so you're going to have to keep doing it. Sucks shit. And for our final Iron Man moment this week, we have Zillus, who also is not an Iron Man, getting his first corrupted gauntlet kill. He shows us the scoreboard here. Unfortunately for us as viewers and me as a content creator, Zillus can't take a fucking screenshot properly, and it's so fucking big. I'm not going to waste my time shrinking down screenshots to fit my fucking agenda, okay? Look how big this cunt is. Take a proper screenshot, guys. This has happened numerous times now. Zillus, you're not the only one, but you're not fucking helping the cause here. If you guys want to have your top moments in your old school life, I guess, or your old school history, presented here on RuneNews, come to the Discord at discord.gg/bigdickenergy and post it in the OSRS moments. And if you post it close to Wednesday or time to get the update going, you might end up in a video here. Just don't do this. That is going to be it this week for RuneNews. There's not really too much else I need to say. It's been great here on YouTube this week. It's been great in the game. We got a Dragon War hammer and all that juicy stuff, but we have a highlight video coming out soon when I've got a few more clips, so that way you guys can keep up to date if you're not in the streams, which I do stream here on YouTube 5 days a week, not on Twitch, because like always, I'm not a fucking cuck. So thank you again for watching RuneNews this week, guys. Make sure you stay safe this weekend. Say hi to your mother for me. Kiss your dad on the lips. All that juicy stuff. And most importantly, fuck off. This is the easiest room in the raid. It's quite simple. You got a big boy. Look at him. God damn. Fuck me. Look at that boy. It's huge. You got a big boy.